Where is the soul located? Where does consciousness emanate from? For centuries, some of the most celebrated philosophers have pondered that very question and shared their profound theories with the world. Throughout the film trilogies Toy Story, composed of the original classic Toy Story 1, the penultimate Toy Story 2, and of course the grand finale Toy Story 3, the creative minds of Pixar share their thoughts on this weighty issue. The vessel they use to present their views is none other than Mr. Potato Head. While portrayed as a simple toy, Mr. Potato Head is clearly a conscious figure with full sensory powers. In fact, he is capable of using his sensory powers under the most interesting of circumstances. So where is Mr. Potato Head's soul located? Where does his consciousness emanate from? Let us consider the evidence. Consider Toy Story 1. Clearly his mouth is capable of speech while unconnected to any part of his body. Is his mouth the center of Mr. Potato Head's being? Or how about in Toy Story 2? In this film, Miss Potato Head gives Mr. Potato Head extra eyes and feet to be placed in storage. At the time, some of us considered these anatomical entities to be lifeless, and only part of Mr. Potato Head when connected to the body, or at least very close to the body. Was this an accurate view of Mr. Potato Head's consciousness? Clearly it wasn't, for Pixar's most profound statement on consciousness is in the acclaimed Toy Story 3, in which Mrs. Potato Head is capable of vision though her eye is located miles away from her body. How is her eye wirelessly communicating to her being? This, however, is not the most intriguing question raised by the third film. In Toy Story 3, Mr. Potato Head is capable of recreating himself with a completely new body. This is clear evidence that the body is just a transient home for Mr. Potato Head. But where, then, is the essence of Mr. Potato Head located? If you place Mr. Potato Head's mouth on a turd, will the turd become Mr. Potato Head? Or how about just the shoes? Or how about you have two Mr. Potato Heads, and place one eye on one Mr. Potato Head, and the other eye on the other Mr. Potato Head? Whose eye is it? Are they considered two Mr. Potato Heads, or just one Mr. Potato Head with two bodies? Are they the same being? Can Mr. Potato Head be cloned with such ease? Mr. Potato Head does have unlimited spare parts. Just as an example, he has a smiling mouth, a frowning mouth, and so on. Are all these mouths capable of talking independently and simultaneously? Are these all parts of the same Mr. Potato Head? What if I place each anatomical entity on one Mr. Potato Head on multiple different Mr. Potato Heads? Does each Mr. Potato Head share the same consciousness? And since the parts of Mr. Potato Head are so interchangeable, is it possible, is it fathomable that all Mr. Potato Heads are all one conscious being with infinite bodies and infinite body parts? Or is it possible that there's a supreme being, Mr. Potato Head, but rather than have one consciousness, he has the potential to have infinite consciousnesses? Is that even fathomable in the currently conceived paradigm of consciousness? I asked the question, but sadly, I have no answer.